Depersonalization. Depersonalization. The act of minimizing another's experience, sometimes to the point of disbelief in its existence. Depersonalization is one trap that the mind has frequently fallen into and is one very close to de-individualization. De-individualization being when one minimizes and loses regard for the individuals within large quantities. One example of de-individualization is the quote, "The death of one is a tragedy, the death of millions is a statistic." Depersonalization takes this same de-individualizing thought process of disregarding the individual and is the additional thought pattern of minimizing and ignoring the experience of each said individual. This frequently leads to an observer having a blind spot to the individual's actions and experiences, where the observer can look directly at the individual acting yet not see the clearly observable and relatable emotions and thought patterns of said individual. Many animals are experiencing individuals who act to socialize, avoid conflict, avoid suffering, protect interests, and court mates to reproduce. They perform these actions in plain sight, in ways which are frequently similar to our own methods of approaching such situations. Animals actively communicate amongst their own kind and even across species. Some communications we frequently hear, such as birds singing to communicate with each other. Cats purring are expressing an emotion. Fish shake and click to communicate. Dogs bark and use body language which we actively understand as well. However, some may observe such actions, acknowledge it as an expression of emotion, and yet still maintain that animals do not possess the capacity for those very emotions. People can see a cow jumping for joy, say that's a happy cow, and yet internally not believe that cows can feel the emotion of happiness. Hidden in plain sight, such actions show but do not convey to those who will not see. Humans frequently depersonalize animals for many reasons, the overarching one being that they are unable or unwilling to comprehend the possession of a life experience similar to ours within a being that is different from us. Many other times, the act of depersonalizing is because the human has interests in disregarding the individual. There is not necessarily anything wrong with this, like in cases of hunting for survival. However, when the depersonalizing of individuals is in order to make and contribute to profits for a business system, we begin to dwell in the finite energy of evil. Depersonalization acts to numb and blind us to the realities of the world around us. Many see the beings around us acting in ways which we can understand and relate to, yet do not comprehend that the creature is experiencing something similar to what we would experience in such a situation. If the exact same consciousness we possess now was put into the body of an ant, we would scurry in the exact same way as the ant which we step near on the sidewalk. The fact that the ant is scurrying and reacting to such stimulus is evidence of a capacity similar to our own. If something is reacting out of fear, it is cognizant enough to understand what a threat is and that it has to get away. Through disregard, disconnection, and depersonalization, the greater life-for-profit systems have reached deep roots in and throughout our societies. Just because they have set up powerful systems does not mean that they are just, nor does it mean that their actions are safe or sustainable.